What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Pick Plug back again with another video, and today we're up to some Wednesday picks for today. Now, last video we ended up having 5 picks for the NBA season opener, and we ended up sweeping all of those plays. 5 picks, and we've cashed out on it. If you guys look at the past videos, honestly, I've been on a huge hot streak right now. Since literally 9 days ago, I have not missed a single pick. You guys can see all the sweeps. This is a combination of NFL, of course, and NBA from the last video. We're on a huge hot streak, and if again you guys aren't subscribed already, you guys are actually missing out on a bunch of money at this point. So go ahead and press that subscribe button and turn your post notifications once we do hit 40,000 subscribers, which again we are literally so close at 39K subscribers. Once we hit 40,000 subscribers, I will be doing a huge giveaway. So again, do go ahead and smash that subscribe button and smash that like button. Let's get 400 likes on this video if you guys do want a bonus pick in the next video. Yesterday was absolutely huge, and overall that OKC versus Houston game cashed out on so many people because of that double OT. Ended up cashing on the Alfred Sengun line. And Men Thompson, a lot of people were saying that should go on the under for Men Thompson, even though he was out for the last half of the fourth quarter. He was still able to go on the over for his line. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we didn't choose him, but honestly, I would have stayed away from him, but he ended up going on the over for his line. A lot of people chose him. He went on the over for it. And then Luka Doncic, we had his line for the over. That game is still going on the over. But he already went on the over for his line, and that game is still going on right now. So that was an easy cash. And I did tell you guys that I will be dropping a personal play on my Instagram, and those plays cashed as well. So if you count these, we've dropped 2 plays on Instagram. So if you count these, that is a total of 7 picks that we cashed out for today. Now, 7 picks. 2 for 2 on the Instagram. Completely huge day. If you guys are not cashing out and telling on my picks, you guys are losing out on a bunch of money. Now, the VIP results are coming in for the outlet, and today is going to be an overall huge day because of the NBA season opener again, and that is their huge money maker. And if you guys do want exclusive picks, the outlet is the most credible sports betting community out there for you guys to join at. Right now, there are a little over 10,000 members, and they are been killing it right now, especially in the last couple of days for NFL. And going into the NBA season, this is definitely going to be a huge money bag for a lot of users. So if you guys do want in on their picks, you can click the link in the description below to join up. You can also get access to their AI tool with the VIP. And once you guys cash out from the picks, let me hear about it in the comment section below. But we do got some great picks ahead of us for today. Is a Wednesday night slate. Lots of games to look at, lots of great reads, and of course we're looking to cash out on these plays. So without further ado, let's hop into today's picks. Now for our first play of the day, we'll be staying in the points section. We'll be scrolling down all the way to the Dallas versus Spurs game, and we'll be looking here for PJ Washington at 13.5 points. This line is going to be for more. Looking at PJ Washington, of course, not a lot of data on this historically, since this is their first game of the day. So again, I do advise you guys to not put too much on these plays until you get some hardcore data from this historical data. I would be going with these plays, but also not putting too much of these lines, putting too much on these lines. But if we check here on outliers, which is still a very valuable tool right now, which again, if you guys do want a free 7-day trial, you can click the link in the description below to get a free 7-day trial and be able to use all their historical data to make your own predictions. PJ Washington at the 13.5 line is a great play for the over. As he was playing in the preseason, he had a bunch of open three-pointer shots on the corner, and a bunch of backdoor cuts were available to him whenever Cooper Flag was driving and going for mid-range pull-ups. I really did like how he was moving off ball, and he also has plenty of opportunity to get second chance points. At 13.5, I do believe this line is a bit low, especially if he plays full 4 quarters. He has plenty of opportunities to go on the over for his line. Now, he is going up against a pretty big matchup right now. If we look at the lineups, we can see his expected matchup right now. He will be coming off the bench, but he's most likely going to be going up against Harrison Barnes or Julian Champagnie. But either way, I'm already seeing how the Dallas Mavericks are going to play Wemby. Most likely, they're going to be drawing attention to one side of the court and forcing it the other way whenever they do backdoor cuts, and that is just what PJ Washington is for. He is one of the players that I really do like especially when it comes to backdoor cuts. Now, they ended up changing their starting lineup. First, they had Cooper Flag. They were trying it out for the Cooper Flag at the point guard position. So they were a little bit bigger in the preseason, at least that one preseason game. But I do like this matchup still and this lineup still going up against the Spurs, specifically because when PJ Washington does come up, he will be the sixth man and he will be coming in. And D'Lo is definitely going to take advantage of him as well as Cooper Flag. He did the necessary playmaking to be able to get him the open shots that he needed. So I do like this line, a bunch of drivers, and Klay Thompson, a catch and shooter as well. He's going to be having a bunch of open shots. PJ Washington might just end up invisible, and he will have that same effect that we said for Amen Thompson yesterday for that game. He ended up having a similar effect and being able to go on the over and having a bunch of open shots and great matchups to go up against. Now, if you guys do like this line, let me know how you feel about it down in the comment section below. I do definitely like this play. Real quick, I do want to let you guys know that a lot of people have been losing out on free money simply because they are not able to get the lines they want, or they get the lines too late and they just take the bumped or lowered line and lose out on the value, the initial value that it came out at. Apps like Sleeper solve that big time because they can alternate lines on, and you're basically making your own lines on an app like Sleeper. And right now, when you use code Trophy, you can get up to $100 on your deposit match, as well as being able to win up to 150 times on your payout boost. That is huge, and the amount of promos they give out is huge as well. They give out 0.5 promos as well as just regular discounted squares every single day. So if you guys do want discounted plays, PrizePicks does give out promos from time to time, but Sleeper definitely does it more often at a higher payout boost. And with this promo code Trophy, you'll be able to get $100 on your deposit match, as well as being able to win up to 150 times off your plays right off the bat. So go ahead and click the link in the description below to download the Sleeper app and cash out on these promos. Now, you guys did get a bonus play for today, so definitely do stay tuned for that. But like I said, if you guys want another bonus pick in tomorrow's video, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's get this video to 400 likes. We'll be going over to the rebound section, and we'll be scrolling down here, and we'll be looking all the way, same game. We'll be looking for Anthony Davis on this line, and that line, it will be 11 rebounds. This line is going to be for more. Now, I do like this play simply because it is 11 rebounds flat. There's a chance that he can tie, but I do believe he will go on the over for this line, honestly, pretty simply, because he is going to be crashing the glass heavily. Going up against a big matchup is Victor Wembanyama. And one thing that not a lot of people notice about Victor Wembanyama, his way, the way he plays, he does shoot a lot from the three-point arcs, and he does take a lot of non-contested jumpers. And honestly, Anthony Davis, he will be closing on some of those, but for the most part, he will have an easy access to be able to get those uncontested rebounds just from him shooting from three. That should provide him at least 3 to 4 rebounds on his own, and as well as another chance to get offensive rebounds as well. He wouldn't have too much of a chance compared to other matchups, but he definitely should still be able to get a couple offensive rebounds. But the main thing will definitely be from the defensive rebounds, as if he ever does switch on to Victor Wembanyama, which I don't believe that Derek Lively will be guarding Victor Wembanyama this game. I do believe Anthony Davis is going to switch on to that, but I definitely do see AD backing off a little bit, letting him take a couple of jumpers and just be able to get those rebounds. That's how a lot of teams have been playing him, because if you play him up to a little bit too high up, regardless, he is going to end up shooting over you or just driving past you. So this is overall a pretty solid line. You can find this line at 10.5 on certain apps. I believe on Sleeper the default line is actually 10.5, so you can get the better value there. But Anthony Davis, he's been playing pretty solid, and honestly, if you guys do want another play, which is honestly probably a little bit of an overall safer prop, it would be the points line for 24.5. I'm always going to be taking the over for Anthony Davis, especially with a matchup like this. At 24.5, this is a pretty solid play. He's going to be taking a bunch of shot attempts, and overall, they're going to be trying to force him as much as possible to score, as he is their main option right now. And at 24.5, I do think this line is a steal. I might take this line over the rebounds prop. Again, it is up to you guys, but those are the lines that I do have for Anthony Davis. Very solid plays, both, especially going up against today's matchup. If you guys do like this play, let me know how you feel about it down in the comment section below. Now, for our next play, we'll be going over to the fantasy score tab, and normally I don't like choosing fantasy score at all, but this player is an exception just because of how he's been playing in the matchup right now. we'll be looking at Lonzo Ball for 17 fantasy score, and this line will be for more. His last game in the preseason, he was able to have a pretty solid game at 34.3 fantasy score. Now his line is at 17, and he did that in 20 minutes, so he should be able to have a solid matchup today against the Knicks. He's definitely going to be used a lot. And overall, against the Knicks, this should be a pretty competitive game, high pressure game, and I do see a great matchup from this overall. Out of all the plays today, I definitely do have this one at the top of my list. Defensively, playmaking wise, he may not score too much, but defensively and playmaking wise, he's going to make the right plays, get some solid reads, and overall that helps his fantasy score a bunch. So right now, I like this line for the over. If you guys do like this play, let me know how you feel about it down in the comment section below. Now moving on to our next play. Again, if you guys do want even more plays, exclusive picks, the outlet literally has a 6-man slip waiting for you guys in the VIP. So you guys can click the link in the description below to join up and get access to those exclusive picks. But we'll be scrolling down here in the point section, and we'll be looking for Victor Wembanyama for the 24.5 points line. This line is going to be for more. Right now, it is at 24.5, but most likely later in the day, I do see this being bumped once it does become popular. At Victor Wembanyama, he had some very solid games, and overall, I'm going to be giving an alternate for this line as well. Right now, this points line is looking very good at 24.5, but honestly, on second thought, I do really like the points plus rebounds for 35.5 for the over. This is a very solid pick, as well as his PRA, as he doesn't really get too many assists, but his line for the PRA is pretty low. I do believe he can get this easily with points and rebounds alone. So I do like the points plus rebounds for the over. In his preseason matchup, many of you guys saw he did his thing. He had multiple games with 20 plus points, as well as his most recent game. He had 17 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks in 24 minutes. He had a game where he had 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. That in itself is already over on the points plus or for the PRA line, and he did that in 25 minutes. Now, that was against a team where he could basically easily abuse their pain. They weren't really playing many people at all, but he definitely took advantage of that, and he was able to make the right reads and able to score pretty easily. He had a bunch of free throws as well for a preseason game. I definitely do like that. And I'm just overall very confident in this line for Victor Wembanyama. I do believe his lines are going to be very high this season, so getting it right now where it's at, I definitely will take advantage of that, and I do think you guys should too as well. So at 35.5 points plus rebounds on this line for the over. If you guys do want to check out the points line where I mentioned before at 24.5, also is a very solid play. Either way, I do like both of these lines for the over. That will be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you guys do want additional exclusive plays, go ahead and follow me on PickPlugYT on my Instagram. You can click the link in the description below to join up on there. I'll be posting another personal play, so if you guys do want to get notified as soon as I drop, go ahead and follow the account and watch out for my stories. Don't forget to smash that like button. Again, if we do hit 400 likes on this video, I'll be dropping a bonus play in the next one. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 40,000 subscribers. If you guys do want to join me on this journey, we have been cashing out like crazy recently, so definitely do not miss out on these high value picks. That will be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.